Interesting. So, okay, so I have a resume. I've applied to a job. I've landed that thing, and I'm about to do a phone interview, that phone screen or that Zoom initial screen. What are some tips I can use to make that really go well for me?
Yeah. So I always tell folks that no to interview. So preparing is can be tricky for sure and overwhelming. But that
Hmm.
initial phone screen is usually about them just making sure you say who you are. And that's that first thing. And then the second
Okay.
piece is that they're trying to understand how and why you're a fit for that job. So
Yeah.
what I would do is I would start by the first thing I do is research the company. What do they do? Why does that interest you? And why do you want to work for them? Know that before you go into the phone screen. And then the second thing that I recommend folks do is an exercise that I call vetting yourself against the job description. So you literally go line by line on the job description, what they're looking for, and ask yourself, how do I possess this? What experience do I have in this? What can I talk about? What projects utilize these skills? And then what that does is it helps you take an inventory on yourself against the job. And so you're super ready going into that phone screen, like consciously and subconsciously, to talk about yourself, what you're capable of,
Yeah.
and why you might be a really good fit for the job. And then the very, very last thing is it really is so important to take time to think about your answer to that question, tell me about yourself. It's usually the first
Hmm.
question out of the gate, and it usually sets up the stage for the conversation. And so I tell folks really take the time to figure out the answer to that question. And in my mind, the structure that works best is tell them who you are currently as a programmer, your technical skills, tell them a little bit about a project, tell them about your background. What are those transferable skills? What are your accomplishments? And then try to tie those two things together in the end by explaining how those two skill sets make you the right fit for that job. That's a really
Yeah.
powerful answer to that question.
That's awesome. But like, how long should that be though? Like, if I'm talking, if it's been is 5 minutes too long? Like, where
5
how does
minutes is
that?
too long. Yeah. I would aim for 2.5 minutes max.
Okay. Okay. Great. Yeah. Super cool. Good to know. And I love how you had. Oh, there was something you had mentioned. I forgot it though. I blanked out.
It's okay.
I was taking notes. I was writing things out too while you're to talk to
No,
you
you're
about
good. No
too.
worries.
So